Hey y'all, it's your highness Princess Shay here. Welcome to my YouTube page. Today I want to talk about children and how we talk to them. I want to tell y'all a story. Yesterday here in Orlando, they had a candlelight visual for the late great Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. to him. And while I went out there to show my respect, to pay my respect, because Nipsey meant a lot to me, the walk that he was doing meant a lot to me, and I really appreciated it. And now to this day, since his passing, I feel like an extra bolt of energy to do what I have to do to help the liberation and to help our people to move forward. So there at the candlelight visual, I decided to get up and speak, and a lot of you may or may not know that I lost my daughter. Next month will be a year. I lost my 11-year-old daughter to child suicide. She impulsively decided to just jump off our 17th floor story building, and life has not been the same ever since. And even though it's about to be a year next month, it still feels like 4 months for me, and I miss my daughter so much. So yesterday I spoke about how, we got to be mindful of how we talk to our children. And bullying is not just in the schools. Bullying is everywhere. And after I spoke yesterday, a young girl came up to me and she told me, she gave me a hug, and she's like, did your daughter die of suicide? And I said, yeah. And she's like, I've thought about it, and I thought about my family, and that's why I didn't do it. And I told her, I said, thank you so much for staying, because your family is the ones that's going to really be hurting and really missing you. And from the conversation with her, she went to her mom and her aunt and everything, and then they came over and spoke to me, and her aunt talked about how she was bullied and her family and stuff like that, and how her daughter is going through situations in school, and how she tells her, you got to fight back. You got to fight back. I'm sorry. You got to fight back some type of way. You cannot allow somebody to keep being mean to you, because the more what you allow is what they're going to continue to do to you. So you can't accept it. So, they asked me about my daughter, and if that's what made her, pushed her to the edge. And bullying had a lot to do with it, but it wasn't the typical bullying of being in school. In school, my daughter, anybody was bullying her or her homegirls or whoever, she was standing up to them. Like teachers, like, she's a firecracker, she's this, she's that, But when she went to her father's house and he had a stepdaughter and they went through issues, and the father really didn't take her side, but he took the stepdaughter's side, that affected her. That affected her. The way her father spoke to her, things that her father said to her is what affected her, to the point that she was going on a road trip the very next day to Florida with her father, her grandparents, and she did not want to go. And she chose to do this and leaving the whole world and leaving me, and instead of just going on this trip. So yeah, we spoke about that, and the mom looked at the girl and she's like, I'm sorry, like, we don't know what we're doing, and I'm sorry for everything that I've said to you. And that touched me so much, because, a lot of parents, we don't know what we're saying to our children, because we had the same thing said to us, and some of us take it as tough love, and some of us take it and it really hurts. And parents, what you tell your children hurts way more than what their friends could ever tell them, because if you tell them that they are a disappointment, you made them. You made them. They didn't ask to be here. You brought them in this world. So if you feel like they're a disappointment, that is a crushing. Now they are a disappointment forever, because that's what you said. If you feel like they're ugly, or you tell them that they're ugly, or their lips, or this feature, or they're blind, or whatever, now they're going to feel like that forever, because that's what you told them, the person who brought them into this world. So let's just really be really mindful for what we say to our children and how we treat them, because they're little people in this world that's going through all types of stress, especially with social media, with bullying and amplifying, social media amplifying bullying. A great book that I've been reading is The Drama of the Gifted Child. Oh no, now it's up like that. And you can find this book on Amazon. You can click the link on my page in the description to be able to find my storefront and find this book right there, boop, for you. And it also explains about how what we grow up as children and what we go through and the memories we suppress, it affects us and how we react in our daily living as adults. So parents, this is really a great book to get to help you to understand how to deal with your children. Thank you to the ladies that was outside yesterday that was talking to me and telling me their story and listening to me. Like, I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the therapy. Thank you, people that's watching my page. I appreciate you listening, commenting, giving me this is therapy that I need. And you can find me on Instagram at YES_ITS_princess. Y'all have a great day. See you soon.